When you are young, you should have nothing more than fun. You should snort into the sunrise, bleed through the whites of your eyes. Never cause to disguise when you're young. When you are old, when you are old, when you are old, 1,000 stories to be told. Learning how to flop right, running every stoplight, making every cop right. When you're young. Now, when I was 21, I had little time for fun. I was balancing the college and the band. Driving home one day, I saw along my way 2 hitchhikers I picked up in my van. Oh, it seemed so very silly. They kept on saying chili instead of saying cool. That was their word. Chili that, chili this, chili hit, chili miss. It seemed the oddest thing I'd ever heard. Well, out came the cannabis. And let me tell you this. They rolled a joint big as a redwood tree. Redwood tree's big fucking tree. A shotgun on the menu, barely got them to their menu. Lost in the cloud of smoke that consumed me. I was so high, I was really fine, I was lost my chili mind. When I got them to the chili place, they had the chili stay. I said, thanks boys, it was chili. You nearly chili killed me. I want to both have a chili day. When you are young, when you are young, when you are young, you should have nothing more than fun. Oh, you should dance into the dawn on the hotel lawn. All your clothes are gone when you're young. Now at 4 a.m. you lack that substance known as crack. You've been smoking for 3 days. You're blind. You fall down on your knees. You scan the carpet and say, please, just one more rock. I'll leave it all behind. You know that it is gone, but then you stumble on a small rock. How could you have missed it? Your heart goes patter-pitter. You know it's kitty litter, but you put it in your pipe. You can't resist it. We've all fucking done it. Now God is pressing matters. The Middle East is in tatters. Storms have washed cities down the drain. But you've been good all year. Could he just see his way clear to turn that litter into rock cocaine? And as you bend to flame, you call to God by name, Lord, God, I have you got my back. Because in your fevered mind, he's turned water into wine, so can he just perform the miracle of the crack? When you are young, when you are young, when you are young, you should have nothing more than fun. Oh, never doubting you can fly, never pause to wonder why, never thinking you will die when you're young. I was trading toast on the Florida coast with a friend who told me quite a tale. Although the fish were invited, he had an unusual sighting on a fishing trip when he set sail. Something caught his eyes when there on the horizon a suspicious box floated curiously. So he glanced in each direction, and sensing no detection, he brought it home to open it and see. It was an amazing sight. All this powder, just off-white. He dipped a knife in, took a little snort. But much to his dismay, no reaction came his way. His cocaine was a dud, I must report. But he kept on sifting through what I tell you is true. A crematorium medallion he did find. Absolutely true. And he let out a great cry. See, he had started a dead guy. To this day, a ghost is wandering through his mind. When you're young, when you are young, when you are young, you should have nothing more than fun. Oh, never doubting you can fly, never pause, wonder why, never thinking you will die when you're young. So this next one, you know, I worked as a musician in the United States. I've had to work many jobs. You know, luckily, I was a professional musician about 10, 15 years now, but many jobs to supplement my income. So for anybody out there, I'd like to dedicate this one to anybody with a dream. If you're a musician, if you're an artist, if you're a poet, I mean it. My hat is off to you. It is righteous what you do, because you aren't going to make a fucking dime. You're not. So you do it because you have to do it, because you love it, and that is righteous. I mean that sincerely. But anybody out there with a dream, an inventor, an anarchist, anybody that has to work that line-level job with that boss that you hate for year after year, this one goes out to you. I was visited by angels. They rested their head on my shoulder. They said, you will have many bosses in this life, and you will want to murder them. But don't. It had come to this. I was looking at 40. I was living in Texas. I was delivering pizzas. The manager was 19 years old. He was new, and he didn't know the rules. Rule number 1, I know how to do my job. Leave me alone. Rule number 2, I know how to do my fucking job. Leave me the fuck alone. I had a friend that worked there, a Texas native, same age as me. He had a job working for the state, doing environmental law violation, righteous work, busting big corporations. He was going through a divorce, so he was supplementing his income by working at the pizza shop. He couldn't understand why the boss got under my skin. The boss's name was Chris. He had red hair and a lot of pimples. You know the expression, beat him like a red-headed stepson? They wrote it for him. He liked to imitate Ice Cube and say stuff like biatch and diak. It sounded really stupid coming out of his mouth. When you weren't delivering pizzas, you had to do work around the store, folding boxes, mopping floors, bussing tables. Chris was reading about me a little bit in the local press, so he got a huge kick out of trying to order me around, especially if there was a pretty girl at the register. One day, I was cleaning dough trays. A chimp could clean dough trays. Not a genius chimp. Not an astronaut chimp. A fucking retard chimp. Chris came up behind me and he stared. He said, you know, the dough trays weren't clean yesterday. Make sure you get the corners. My brain went hot and fuzzy like a burrito that's been left in the microwave for an hour. I find that certain members of the audience respond to that line more than others because they did it one time or currently do smoke a shitload of pot. And they're going to go home tonight and they're going to put a burrito in the microwave and they think they're going to press 60 seconds, but the reality is they're going to press 60 minutes. Half an hour later, they're going to smell something burning, at which point, please think of me. I had to do something. My head was exploding, so I grabbed Chris by the dick and I held hard and I didn't let go. You know, there's a very good possibility in light of both his personality and his looks, no one had ever touched Chris's dick before. He was a dick-touch virgin, and now the first person they had was a 40-year-old bald guy with a red polyester pizza uniform on. I didn't stop there. I paraded Chris out to the dining room, where I announced to both the clientele and my fellow coworkers, hey, you want to get Chris to shut up, grab him by the dick, he'll jump like a roach from decon. Chris never talked to me again, but my same-age Texas native friend said, hey, Ed, you keep kissing ass like that, you're going to make management. I worked there another 3 months. I got signed to Mercury Records the same week I got Employee of the Month. Chris stole $100 out of the night deposit bag and got fee-ironed. Thank the angels. Stone, or one of those other corny music magazines that's just an excuse to sell fashion or bullshit, but occasionally sticks in a good writer or political story, so at the board meeting they can ease their conscience. The majority of their readership has the IQ of a Creed fan. So you pucker your mouth, you show lots of thigh, clothes, celebrity, sexy, teasing cleavage, ass in the air, selling your product, down on your knees. Why so shy? To stand for nothing really, you got nothing to say. It's insulting your pretense of integrity. Why don't you just take the movie's name, tattoo it on your labia, speculate to the camera, what difference would it make? Fuck it! Why so happy? I mean, fuck it! Why so happy? You think it might be Jesus? Let's be frank, you're the lead singer of a big rock band. Let's get the bass player to nail you to a cross. More rusty spikes right through your hand. Fuck it! Why so happy? I mean, fuck it! Why so happy? You're a world leader with your finger on the button, thinking that history is smiling on you. Blow the shit out of everybody that doesn't agree. Do the name of patriotism or religion, what else can you do? Fuck it! Why so happy? with a great big mouth. I'm sick to death of mediocrity and lies. I'm preaching to the choir. I know I'm yelling down a hole. I used to sing between the lines, then I got why. Fuck it! Why go happy? Fuck it! Why go happy? So about 75% done with my part of the evening, people, and this is the audience participation time of the night. Always good to yell fuck it in a room of like-minded people. A lot of rooms you might want to do it in, the post office, the motor vehicle bureau. Can you do it here tonight? If I vote you, so I'm going to count to 4. You guys are going to yell fuck it at the time of the ball. Get ready. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, fuck it. Why go have a louder? 1, 2, 3, 4, fuck it. Louder. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're getting there. Louder. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why go happy? Don't tell me not to rock the boat. When the boat needs rocking on, it won't float. When the plane needs hauling on, it won't fly. When the eagle's wings are broken and it falls from the sky. Don't tell me not to criticize it. Don't tell me that my lips I lose. Don't tell me I don't love this place that gave me Lenny Bruce. When you're walking down the street like Malcolm X, when you're eating at the lunch, say what comes next? A sweet black eagle saying something ain't right. I can walk these streets into the night. I can walk these streets today for Joe and Ramon. I can think back on that gabba gabba hey. Don't tell me, brother, what I love. Like Buddy Holly said, baby, that'll be the day. I wanna know, is freedom flying, or has it passed through you and me? Falling through the flame that on the sea. I love America, doesn't love me, doesn't love its people. Out on the street losing their homes, desperately working to make ends meet, and the rich get richer and the poor so poor you can't assist, but you can't afford. There ain't no health care on these mighty shores, and you can look at the old what's in store. No way. No education, have a middle degree in a first-class nation. Those that need the knowledge. Here's the situation. Another cycle, another generation, and on the TV, we're screaming at each other like kids in a schoolyard. Embarrassing, brother. Am I naive to say we gotta work together? Or like a wave of a flag, it'll be gone forever. I wanna know, is freedom flying? Or has it passed through you and me? Falling through the flame that on the sea. The last verse was supposed to be funny. Was it funny? Was it right on the money? Levity helps me through the pain, but it's bulging at the seams and it's starting to strain, and I pledge allegiance to those that try to find the truth. When the country lies to create beauty, leave hell behind. I guess Charles Mingus comes to mind, and don't wave that flag in my face when you're making this place a disgrace. The global view needs rearranging. The times, my friends, they are a-changing. I wanna know, is freedom flying? Or has it passed through you and me? Falling through the flame that on the sea. Falling through the flame that on the sea.